this series, we've covered some pretty important people. And we're going to cover a very important one for Korea today. We're talking about King Sejong. He was one of the great kings of Korea. You can see his statue downtown in Gwanghwamun too. We're going to learn about who he was and his history and where he came from. So let's start today with another great man of history, King Sejong.
Sejong, the greatest, the fourth king of Joseon, representing Joseon dynasty in Korean history. Sejong was born on May 15, 1397, 5 years after the foundation of Joseon. Since he was young, he loved reading books, and he had distinguished himself in many ways by studying not only academics but also art and music. Although Sejong was far from succession to the throne because he was the third son, he was able to become the fourth king of Joseon dynasty by his passion for studying and intelligence.
So let's talk about Sejong representing the Joseon dynasty. Oh, the Joseon dynasty in Korean history. So he was born on May 15th, 1397, 5 years after the foundation of Joseon. That was a long time ago, 1397. He always loved reading books, and he distinguished himself in many ways. He did lots of good things. He studied art and music, and although he was far from succession, so he wasn't likely to be king, he was able to become the fourth king of the Joseon dynasty. Oh, because he loved studying and he was intelligent. So what did we learn there? We learned that Sejong was born when? 1397, many years ago on May 15th. And he became the fourth king of the Joseon dynasty. And he had distinguished himself in many ways. He had done lots of really good things that made people watch him, in art and in music. Next, we'll learn a little bit more about what he did as king.
Sejong was a great king who loved and respected the people. Although he was the king, he always thought of the people first and listened to their voices. He made a sundial that showed both season and time, and he also organized and spread farming techniques. He established the Academic Research Institute G Pyeongchun Hall to encourage writing various books and doing research activities. Most of all, he created 28 easy and scientific letters because he felt pity for his people who could not read. And the letters are to this Hangul. The excellence of Hangul is recognized as a scientific and systematic character all over the world. And it is unique in world history that a king of a country made letters that can be easily learned for the people.
Let's talk about some of his historical achievements, so some of the things that he did. Sejong was a great king who loved and respected the people. That's important. And although he was the king, he always thought of the people first. So that means he was very considerate and thoughtful. He made a sundial, so that can help the farmers understand what's going to happen with the sun. Oh, and he established an economic and academic research institute where people could study and write books and do research activities. That's really important. And he created 28 easy-to-learn letters so that people could learn to read. That's really important. Now it's modern Korean language. It's Hangul. So as you can see, here's Hangul here. You've probably learned this in school. It's a systematic way of writing, and it's unique in world history because he was the king and he invented this. Wow, that's a really important historical achievement. So what were 3 of his major historical achievements? Well, one, he created a sundial. That's really interesting because it can help farmers understand what's going on with nature. And he established a research institute, so he supported other people learning and studying. And third, he invented Hangul, Korean writing system. And it's the only one in the world. It's interesting, right? A scientific and easy way to write letters.
In spite of being a king, he studied day and night to be a good example of all these people. King Sejong supported talented people in various fields without discrimination. Sejong constantly thought about which way is good for the nation and its people. That is why he has been respected as one of the most wonderful leaders until now. If you always take care of your people near you and do your best like King Sejong the Great, you can grow into a respected leader.
Let's talk about true leadership, how he was a good leader for the people. So in spite of being king, even though he was king, he was a good person and he took care of his people. He supported talented people in various fields. So that means he supported them so that they could do well. He was always thinking about what was best for other people and the people of the nation. That's why he was respected as a wonderful leader. Until now. So here we are so many years later and we're still remembering him. You should also take care of other people just like Sejong did. And then you can become a respected leader. So what did we learn in this last piece? That Sejong was so kind to his people. He was always trying to help them and make life better for them. This made people respect him, which is important for a leader. So if you want to become a leader, someone who leads other people, you can be like Sejong and take care of others and be respectful to everyone without discrimination. That's what we learned from Sejong's example. Wow, we learned all about the great King Sejong. We learned that he was the fourth king of the Joseon dynasty and that he was born in 1397. We learned that he was a respected leader. So let's practice the word respect. That means people think of him as a good person. So say it after me. Respect. Respect. When you say the word respect, make sure that the R is really strong. Respect. And the last syllable is a C and a T. Kt. Respect. Exactly. We also learned that he was a great leader, which means he had a lot of leadership. So let's practice that one. Leadership. Leadership. Remember, with leadership, same as respect, the R has to be really strong. Leadership. Leadership. Exactly. Now you'll be pronouncing respect and leadership with a really nice, clear accent in English. Sejong also invented the Korean writing system, Hangul. That made people respect him as a great leader because it was a scientific way of writing that was really unique and special. It's the only time in the world that a king created a writing system for their people to use in daily life. And now these days, other people all around the world use Hangul too. So that is the great King Sejong, the fourth king of the Joseon dynasty.